What's going on, YouTube fan? The man, the myth, the ex-predator here, coming at you with another DIY tutorial video. So, doing something with the bike. So, let me direct you. Alright, so, this clear cover is going to go on the bike reluctantly because I discovered something with my clutch cover.
The revolution will be live.
So, I recently did an oil change on the bike, and I saw that there was a damp spot for oil over here. So I'm not sure if there's a crack or something that might have developed under the vibration of playing around with it. But, I'm going to play it safe because when I dropped the oil, I only filled up 2 quarts, and that's not good. It might have been, there was slow leaking somewhere. I saw evidence of this on the exhaust and whatnot. So this I want to be temporary. But I can't mess around with it. I truly think whatever had this occur had to be vibration. So I'm going to pull that off. I'm going to inspect. Unfortunately, OEMs for Kawasaki are pretty pricey. So I'm going to have that in the interim for the time being. But, you can't mess around. And, mainly I just want to, always log my journey. It's not all about smackdowns and just ride-alongs and whatnot. Like, one thing I always like with my channel to do is to make sure that I'm sharing the information, sharing the journey, so that, guys like my boy Rook and his forums and the Facebook community pages and zx14 riders and all that, we can share, right? So, because I don't have the GoPro, I'm just going to show you where we're going to start and where we're going to end. I did want to show you a little technique that I learned from Brock's, one of his videos. And I did that when I did the clutch upgrade. So when you're pulling this out, just get like a piece of cardboard or like paper and put the bolts in the pattern that, because I believe that there's lengths to them. So you just want to keep it, straight. Also, Kawasaki, y'all suck. Because this should be an easy, quick release. But there's a screw in here and all that stuff. I'm like, I'm just going to leave it on and kind of work in here. But piece of advice, if you just tilt the bike a certain, a good angle, no oil is going to come out. I did that when I did the clutch upgrade. But I'm going to, like I said, it's going to be kind of like in 3 sections. Beginning, the middle, and the end. So we'll be back. And Ace is tired, just chilling with me. Alright. Yeah, my brother-in-law just showed up for a bit. So, alright. I think I see what could have been the culprit. I'm going to make sure I put like some gasket maker in here or some sealant because it's a bit dry. It could have been from the last time I was in here putting the heavy duty springs. As you can see, I have all of them in. I have the black, because you see, I had 3 blacks and 3 greens, so it's like it gets a good static connection. But as you can see, if it's not flush, you got to make sure you stay up on the maintenance. So I'm thinking I may be rebuilding the clutch plates and everything, the EBKs or whatever I had in here. I'm not sure if it's taking all that it should, especially with this monster of a motor in here, like 1500cc build from Carpenter. So, all right. So I put the bolts in that pattern. Now, what's coming with the aftermarket one? I don't know if I want to use these. I think I'd rather use the OEM, but we're gonna see. But like I said, you can tilt the bike on the kickstand, no oil will come out. It should be good to go. But now we're in the middle of it. I'm gonna get towards the end, and then we'll go from there. All right, it's very important to never take shortcuts. So, depending on the gasket you have, sometimes they're reusable. But given the shape of this, I had to use what was provided. So let me direct your attention. So it looks like the shape of the cover between the OEM and the aftermarket are a little different. Also, I see that when I was trying to remove the gasket, it kind of lost its shape. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, it's good thing I had another. But if you have Permatex gasket sealant compound, hopefully it's you want to take that, and it has an applicator like back in the day, old school, putting shining your shoes. It has a ball applicator in there. I'm gonna put it around the surface. You want to take a blade and kind of clean that out a bit, but I think that's what was causing. So shout out to my mechanic Steve, Absolute Cycle, Rahway, Elizabeth Avenue. Check him out. Tell him zx14r sent you. I think that's what was the issue, why I had low oil levels. But I just did the oil change, and now I'm using AMS oil, 10W30, recommended by Eric from Carpenter Racing and Bob. That's the oil that me and Punisher have to use. Shout out to my boy Rob. I love you, man. I know you're happy doing your thing, but don't forget about your brother. But yeah, we're gonna link up soon. But yeah, that's kind of very important. You can't skimp on the details, especially with a bike as refined as this. That's why it's called the 14R, refined. So very delicate. You gotta make sure that you're on even the minor details. So attention to detail, as we say in the Army. So I'm gonna get this on here. I'm gonna do the application, and then we'll be good to go from there. We'll be back. Stinking train. Another piece of advice: you have to use the screws that come supplied, because the OEMs are not long enough. Not long enough. So that kind of irks me a bit, because I know these have different lengths, but here they're all one size. But just FYI for you guys. Once I get it installed, I'll move it, do a walk around, I'll test it, and in a future video, I'll let you know what my findings are. Trying to do this with one hand kind of sucks, but yeah, here's the adapter, and then just delicately applying to the edge and rim here, and it's going on nice and clean. So I'm doing that on this side, I'll do that on that side, get the gasket on there. It turns out I was incorrect. This actually did fit on there, but it was it's old, 40,000 miles on it. So I'll make sure that I'm doing this correctly. But yeah, I felt it was important to show you this piece right here. Permatex, very good. You could use that actually for sealing exhausts, and if you have little sucking, pause, sucking sounds like escapes. You want to pull that out. When I was actually putting in the Brox exhaust, I actually was talking about that. But yeah, make sure you get yourself some Permatex. I'm going to continue applying this, and we'll be back. Alright, folks. So, I kind of did like a test fit on it. That looks alright. It looks alright. And using the bolts provided, not too bad at all. I was like, okay. So I put the Permatex on both sides, layered it pretty nice. It looked like some sides were bare, especially like over here. But I mean, with a built motor, I think it's gonna look cool. I think it's gonna look all right. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap everything up, get it all bolted down, get some lights on it, and that was kind of easy, to be honest with you. So yeah, let me get wrapped up and then we'll conclude. Okay, YouTube fam, the clutch cover has been installed. Yeah, I truly think my issue, and I didn't log that. I should have. Um, yeah, it probably like the gasket was done and had to change it out, but I went ahead and did it. It looks pretty snazzy. I like it. I like it. You know, of course you're gonna get the. I gotta clean that off because it had the oil. Oh no, actually the Permatex on my stuff. But I'm gonna keep the stock or the OEM bolts and the stock um, cover. I didn't when I inspected. I didn't see any cracks in there or whatnot. I think it was just the gasket, and it was like a slow leak, and it was just burning up, whatever. But so far so good. I'm gonna wipe it down. But this will conclude the video. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to all that want to take the plunge. I'll probably do a couple of weeks down the line, like little review on it. But the profile does look pretty cool. So clear clutch cover. It's in there pretty nice. I should get a 15 in there since that's what's technically in the motor. It's not, well, NA with that, but the man that met the ZX Predator. I'm going to close up the fairings and all that. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Shout out to my buddy Gio, who's also running a YouTube channel. He should be getting his bike back from, actually not his bike, his motor from Carpenter, which they're working things out, and he'll be out with me, and we're probably gonna do some joint videos together and whatnot. Shout out to all my folks in the Discord. I love y'all. It's like I talk to them every day. So join the Discord, join the discussion. We have a good time in there. All right, I'm outie. Peace.